Welcome to another Tuesday with the Justice Team. As always, I am your DM, Chris. And with me is Alfonso, also known as Nick.
Yo.
Cookie, known as Brenda.
Hey.
Glundon, who is known as Matt. Or these are all vice versa, really.
And you shall know Matt by his signature laugh.
It's true. and that would be Ianmar.
Hello there.
What's your name again?
Jason. Justin.
Jezebel. No, Jesse. Right.
Yeah.
I thought his name was Jolene.
Jolene. Yeah, I saw a meme the other day with a picture of Dolly Parton from back when she made Jolene. And it said, if this is what Dolly Parton looked like, imagine what Jolene was packing. So, this is we've made the move from Fantasy Grounds Classic to Unity, so this could go horribly wrong.
Or horribly right.
Let's see.
Probably not that.
It probably won't go horribly right. Well, maybe it will.
Hey, man. Always look on the bright side of life.
No.
It is not springtime.
Positive. I don't know.
It is not springtime, nor is there a Hitler.
No musicals here. Stop it. But father, I want to sing.
Nope. None of that.
None of that here. But father, I want to sing.
Alright. Stupid Twitch verification codes. They're for suckers.
Sissies.
Yeah, sissies.
Sissies.
We are on EP6. We'll just always be on EP6.
We're in EP6, Part 4. Oh, no.
EP6. Again.
Part 4. EP6, The Return.
Electric Boogaloo. Again.
EP6 versus Mecha EP6. The Return.
Ooh, I like that.
Electric Boogaloo.
EP6 versus
All right.
Mecha
Now that is done. And you are off to the side where you belong. We can talk about what happened last time. Who wants to do a recap?
1, 2, 3, not it.
Not it.
Not it.
All right, Jesse.
No, it's muted, but I have my nose. Put my.
Sorry, you did the wrong not it thing.
That's what I get.
Yeah, this wasn't Nose Goes. This was not it.
All right. Did you bring up?
I mean, I know where we stopped, but that's it.
We finished delving and exploring our way through the Alteran Citadel underground.
Yep.
then proceeded to return through the tunnel of gloom
Blue.
Blue.
back to the wonderful city of Breach Hill. We came up in the tavern basement.
A
We're
tavern.
quickly thrown. Yes, we're quickly thrown out of the pickled ears storage room, and then we proceeded to be very confused because we never found no key about or hints about where the elven ring, which some of us are still under the opinion that this is actually a ring and not a large like hinge thing.
Precious.
Yes. And then it was pointed out that this guy worked for the bookseller, and he said the bookseller had information about the ring, and so we should probably go talk to the bookbinder.
Yep.
And we went there, and they were closed.
Yep.
Yes.
I love it.
And they were closed.
In the
And
middle
that's
of the
where
day.
we pick up
In the
this
middle of the
time.
day.
Y'all are standing at the darkened, closed front door at the Reliant Book Company.
So we told Jesse he had to do our recap, and then we did it for him.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, I was always doing. I was clearing my
That
throat,
is-
so I can do it. So last time on the Justice Team, our intrepid heroes traveled for hours and miles through the gloom, only to appear underneath the what was it called again?
Pickled ear.
forget.
Pig's ear.
Pickled ears.
Pickled ear. Only to appear underneath the pickled ear and be thrown out as drunkards. Let me see. Realizing where they needed. Oh, I'm trying to remember. How do I want to say this? I'm failing. I'm failing as my narration. They headed to the bookstore to find Voz, but it is closed in the middle of the day. What will our intrepid heroes do now? And then we play title screen.
Right.
Huh? What do you think?
Good job.
Good job. All right. So
You
that's
having
where
fun with
we. That's where we start our story for today. You're at the bookstore. At the door is closed. The door is locked.
Glendon's getting cookies thrown at him. The bakery kind, not the person kind.
Cookie.
It's kind of interesting that they're closed in the middle of the day.
Snickerdoodles. It is unusual for a bookstore to be closed during the day.
Any movement? Anything we can see through the windows? Does it look pretty
There's smoke coming out the chimneys.
dead?
There's no smoke.
A
coming out of
sign
the
that
chimney.
says we'll
It's
return
dark.
in 5 minutes.
Nope.
Hey, Ianmar. Alfonso, why don't you keep Cookie Company out front here, and me and Ianmar will go around back and see if they left the door unlocked.
That's probably a good plan. Cookie and I'll make sure we'll stay here to see if anybody comes back.
Yeah. We'll see if anyone's here.
For
There's
all
no
you
back
folks watching
door.
at home, this is how you get around the Paladin's lawful side.
There's no back door. There are 3 windows.
Even though I'm technically neutral good.
Perfect.
Thieves doing
got the-
dastardly deeds.
Are
No
they-
dwarf tossing.
Are they all on the first level? I don't know if there was a second level to this or not.
Well, I'm only talking about the first level.
Okay, I figured you were. But I just want to make sure. But yeah, so I'll test one of the windows.
It's locked.
All right, go figure. I'll see if I can unlock it.
All right, roll thievery.
I also don't think he has enough strength to toss you, Glendon.
I am a stout, hairy man.
I'm probably here with enough strength to do that.
Okay.
That'll do.
Well, that lock was super easy. Barely an inconvenience.
I just flick it open. All right, I'll open up the window now.
Okay, the window is now open.
All right, I will see if I can hear anyone inside, see if anyone noticed me, and try to sneak in.
No one noticed you. it's dark inside.
Okay. I will stealthily get inside and then stealthily help in Glendon.
I
Okay.
will stealthily make my way inside.
Why, yes, you will.
Oh no, this
Wow.
is a single story, but there are 3 primary areas.
Did we come in the workshop?
No, you came into the main display and merchandise area.
Which is in the back.
It takes up a large part of it. Well, this isn't actually in the back. This is on the side.
Oh,
The
okay.
windows.
All right. Do we go let him in,
Mhm.
or do we poke around?
You go let him in. I'll sneak around and see if anyone is here.
So there is a door that is marked staff only, and then there is another door that is unmarked.
I'm going to go to the unmarked door.
Okay.
I will go to the staff door or staff only door and just kind of listen, see if anyone's on the other side, if I can hear anything before opening.
Roll a perception. You do not hear anything. You're
Nice.
certain that you do not hear anything.
Nice. I will slowly open the door, cautiously, carefully.
Mm-hmm. Hey, you remember that one time where we said that one time that you don't search a door for traps?
Oh yeah! Hey, look at that.
This is that time.
All right.
All right, what's your armor class?
I didn't think it would happen so soon. 20.
All right. Oh yeah. Let's see. But your keen elven eyes happen to realize, holy crap, there are spikes all along this doorway. And you jump back just as the spikes just basically scissor the door in front of the door. As you let go of the doorknob, the spikes jet back.
I will. I don't know if Glendon saw that. If he's kind of in within range, but if he is, I will turn to him and just say, "Always check for traps."
I'm
And
going
then
to
I
go
will
to the front door and check for traps.
Roll a perception check.
Oh, yeah, because I'm almost good at that. That one.
I
Like
should
in
have had you
Fantasy
roll in the
Grounds
tower,
Unity.
except for there's no tower.
You'll have
There's
to
no
add
tower.
it.
I know, I'm adding it right now.
Oh, it's so wee.
It is very wee.
I don't even see it. Did I not get a tower?
Why would you
I
need
got
a
it.
tower?
I see it in the bottom right. Let me try rolling it. Yeah, I just rolled in the tower.
Oh, okay.
Why would you need a tower?
You know, if I wanted to roll things that I didn't want you to see.
We don't see your rolls anyway.
Oh. Oh. Oh, well, that's
Yeah.
handy.
Anytime you roll, we can't see it.
We can see that you rolled dice, but not results.
Oh. So I
Yeah.
should roll this.
Yeah.
Okay.
46.
Uh-huh. Okay. Good to know.
So, I'm assuming I do not detect any traps on the door?
You do not detect the traps on the door. Would you like to open the door?
Excellent. I'm going to open the door.
Okay. It's locked.
Meow meow. I don't do locks.
You're on the inside of the door. Can't you just turn the knob? I'll go over and help. I'll go over and help him.
That's not how skeleton keys work.
Roll me thievery.
All right.
What are y'all doing outside?
Standing around admiring the sights,
Just standing in front of the door to see if anybody comes back.
talking, pointing.
Yeah, chatting with Cookie.
All right, you unlock the door.
And I'll turn again to him and say, "Did you check for traps?"
I did check for traps.
Okay.
Did you check for traps?
I'm going to. No, I'm going to trust you because you were a
Okay.
close friend. And if there are traps, our friendship will be severely hurting. And I don't know if I
Just
can
look for blood.
trust
If
you
you see
anymore.
blood, then I found the trap.
What's your armor class? You said 20?
Nope. Say again.
Your armor class is 20, right?
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
I was going to say. Oh.
The door opens.
All right, and I'll say, you let him in. I'm going to go see if I can get into this employees only. And I'll go back to the employees only and see if I can disarm the trap.
I guess we go inside.
game's afoot.
Except for the fact that he doesn't have a key and the door is locked.
Jesse
You
unlocked
just
it.
opened it.
Huh?
Did I not get it?
Jesse unlocked the door.
I thought he unlocked the other inside door.
No, he came to help me with the front door because I don't do locks.
Oh, I thought you were doing the other interior door.
I was going to go
No.
do that next, so that can be
I
this.
thought what I was going to was the front door. Apparently, that was the other interior door.
Yes. So you'll need to make another thievery check.
Okay,
Jesse.
I'll do that again. Oh,
And you failed.
yeah.
We were doing too good there.
Yeah. The night started off too good. Had to come to a halt somehow.
It's true.
Some-
We're going to totally channel some Laurel and Hardy here.
All right, well, I will try again. I don't know if I can do that, or if I just broke the lock.
Well, you didn't break the lock, but it was pretty close. Actually, you did critically fail. No, wait, you didn't critically fail. You did not. Okay.
Woo!
Yes, you can try again.
Much
That's
better. So do what?
Okay. You successfully picked the lock.
Which door is he opening now?
This is the front door.
Oh,
So he picks the lock
Yes.
on the front door. You can see him through the door, picking the lock. And so,
I'll
yeah, he
position
does.
Alfonso in front of the view so that no one can see Mew Mew picking the lock inside.
Okay.
I'll be like, if you stand right, and I'll move him, like right here. You can see over there much better.
You are correct. I can see over there much better. What was I looking for over there again?
The sights.
I mean, it's also probably less suspicious if I'm trying to open the door from the inside.
Right. I'm just.
But just to be safe, though, just in case
It's an
anyone
excellent
recognizes me as
example of-
not.
Rural Breach Hill architecture.
Beautiful.
We're brushing up on our knowledge local.
It's true. I do not have the knowledge local skill, so I am learning a lot.
Okay. Well, the door opens behind you. And Mew Mew is there.
Hello.
Buddy on the street.
There's not really any people on the street.
Okay. I just walk in.
Yeah, I'll walk inside, close the door behind us.
Okay.
I mean, we're not burgling, we're investigating, so it's okay.
Yes.
And then Ianmar goes back to his task at hand.
Yeah, the staff door. So let's see if we can.
That
Put my head-
is another thievery check.
Oh right, to disarm the trap.
To disarm the trap.
Because learn that lesson.
Yeah, you find that there's a mechanism in the doorknob, and you manage to pull a pin, and the little wire that sets off these spikes is disabled.
All right. Cool. I will now open the door.
Okay, you open the door. This appears to be a research room.
Ooh. Researchy.
Researchy. Sciencey.
You find the room in complete disarray.
Looks like a teenage boy's been sleeping in here.
Yeah, maybe. No, not really. It looks like somebody almost ransacked the room, except for there's nothing turned. There's no furniture that's been turned over, but all of the papers and stuff have been disturbed.
Okay.
Can you show us on the picture where the bad man touched you?
I kind of usher some people in. You want to help me look through this? See if we can find anything?
Yeah, I'll help.
I'll give it a look.
Figure you know.
Team effort!
Team effort! 8 eyes is better than 2.
Okay. You spend 20 minutes. Go ahead and give me a it could be election tampering, but it's not election tampering because that's not really a thing.
I love election tampering. Everyone voted for golf balls.
Except for the people in Nevada where there was like 1% of the people who was like, I don't like anybody. I'm like, okay.
Do you know if it was a valid option and caused a reset?
I mean, can you imagine having Kanye as president?
That would be awesome.
I mean, America's already a reality TV show.
Because
yeah,
Gatorade,
like
electrolytes, it's what plants crave. That's Kanye's presidency.
Yes, it is.
All right, 20 minutes. Everybody give me a perception check.
And everyone went purple.
Yeah. I was noticing that.
Well, I'm sorry. Let's do that again. Everybody roll that in the tower, please.
Oh, okay.
No.
Fine.
You just don't like that we all got good.
You all rolled poorly.
Yeah, we really
I
did.
mean, mine was okay-ish.
I got an 18.
You were the only one that rolled double digits.
It's true.
He contemplates our success or failure.
Most likely failure.
Yeah.
Most likely.
Probable failure.
Does anybody want to spend a hero point?
You know,
Sure. I haven't done that yet. I mean, I already dodged the knives. Might as well spend it here. I am the most dexterous.
You know, it could come in important later, depending.
It's
I
a
don't know.
wisdom thing. not
Yeah, I mean, we get
necessarily
one each
dex
night,
thing.
so-
A point can
I was in the room first, so I figure, and spent the most time with this
right,
building.
roll
So
again.
I'll do it. Okay.
I will not be spending hero point. I am doing it live.
You gotta be kidding me. Oh no.
All right, because you spent a hero point, I'm just going to give it to you because I don't see any way that the adventure is supposed to progress without actually having found this. So,
I just want to point out real quick. We had what? 4, 8, 10 separate perception rolls?
yes. And nobody managed to get above a 20.
Awesome.
And let's just go through these pluses. Plus 7, plus 7, plus 8, plus 8, plus 8, plus 8. Statistically, you should have gotten at least 120 in these rolls, but you didn't. You spent it all on the
Sneaking.
Yep.
thieveries, and then not getting stabbed in the face. Oh wait, no, that was me rolling one. Anyway, you find some notes scribbled in a rushed hand, but clearly read, "Aha! Aha!
Naha.
Entrance
Eureka!
to Alesta's Ring. The Guardian's Way." So you read this first, but you'll probably share it with others. So
Yep, I will. I didn't know if you wanted me to.
DC
I can write that in
17
the.
Society.
Say again. Sorry. You...
DC 17 Society check.
Okay.
Anybody or just him?
Anybody, because he's going to show it to everybody.
Do you have to be trained in society to roll it?
I don't think we did last time. It's just you don't get any
I
bonuses.
think
No.
I
Yeah,
don't
to
know.
decipher writing that's a coded message, you have to be trained. So
It's not a coded
Yes.
message.
It's general knowledge.
It's general
and you
knowledge.
can just roll it. What's the DC?
17.
Sure. Well,
Nope.
most of these in the tower, aren't we?
Oops. Sorry.
I only roll in the tower when Chris tells me to. Otherwise, it's all out in the open. Just flapping free. Like that Tom Petty song, I'm free balling.
He's free. Free
Free
rolling.
ball.
My dice are naughty. I changed them.
So now
Wow.
they're not readable.
Yep.
That's the goal. It's a surprise.
Oh, I mean, if we're doing that.
Oh, don't go white on white. That's super obnoxious.
Aw.
I mean, you do you, but
I tried to get my dice as close to a flesh tone as possible.
That sounds
There you
like
go.
a chaotic thing to do.
White on white. Doesn't really matter what color they are because it tells you what you rolled.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say it's just a surprise. So Cookie and Yanmar, or let's just go with Yanmar since Cookie ruled that second one in the tower. But the first one I'm just going to go with, and she failed. At
Okay.
least somebody made it, and that's all that's important. You know that the Guardian's Way is the name of a long abandoned military outpost that was used during the Goblin Blood Wars.
All right. I'll repeat this, saying that. Say that back to everyone. Says abandoned military outpost. Maybe this is a clue. Maybe somewhere it can lead us.
A clue.
Didn't those notes mention something about a ring too?
Mm-hmm.
Alestra's way.
Alcetta's ring.
Alcetta's ring.
Yep.
Well, I feel like we have an abandoned outpost to visit.
Hey, we should probably go check with the nice lady who's allowing us to do all this investigation work and update her on our progress.
Listen, I'm neutral. I'm neutral good. I'm not lawful good. So as long as we don't burgle anything, I don't mind a little B&E. As long as it's for the right reason.
Okay.
So if I see any of you try to steal anything, I'm gonna whack you and tell you to put it back. But I have to perceive that you're stealing something, so.
I didn't know there were laws about breaking and entering.
Yeah, generally it's frowned upon to let yourself into someone's house without their permission.
I mean, that's why locks were invented.
No, that was so you could poop in peace.
Yeah. Something about ignorance of the law does not make you exempt of it. Something like that.
Are you sure? That doesn't sound right.
You could always put everything back where it was and then go ask for permission.
Yeah. I mean, this is just borrowing. That's it.
I mean, we don't need to take anything. We got what we came here for. Information.
Yeah, I think you should lock the front door and then sneak back out the window.
Yep.
Don't forget to rearm the door trap.
That too. Not that it
Yep.
appears to have done much good.
Yeah. No, I'll definitely. Yeah, I was just saying I'll do all that.
Yanmar's like a ninja.
Ninja. Until yeah.
What, only he can sneak up on himself?
Yep. Unless there's another ninja.
You mean a ninja? A secret ninja?
Or a snowman ninja,
Or a second ninja?
I guess.
Or a sexy ninja.
Or a sexy ninja.
It's not Halloween.
There is that.
All right, so you sneak out. I'm not going to make you make the thievery rolls in reverse. I don't think that contributes to the game that much. But
I appreciate it. Matt is gray.
Matt is gray.
Yeah, keep in mind, Strangely Brown, who is in our chat tonight, brought up, keep in mind that the color of your dice are also the color of the markers on the map, that if you choose to use them.
Good
so
point.
all the markers on the map tonight will be flesh colored. All right, so what's the plan?
Wait, we have plans?
I don't know. Actually, Cookie, what are your
Senor?
lores?
What are my what?
Lore skills?
Bardic, cooking, and theater.
Roll me Bardic lore, please.
Tower?
because you don't know what it's for. It's fine.
We may or may not know what it's for here shortly, depending on how well you roll.
You don't.
At 17.
Yep. 17. That's a mighty fine 10 you got there.
So it was in double digits.
She did completely average, on par, status quo.
Status. Whoa.
Whoa.
Very excited for Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh yeah. When is that released in December? What is it?
10th.
10th. Yes, it's gonna be great.
Yep.
Sorry, Mom. Chris can't say hi to you for your birthday. He's playing Cyberpunk 2077.
I could probably spare a moment to tell your mom happy birthday. Probably.
You just come over to the computer. Yeah, Chris wants to say happy birthday. Yeah, happy. Yeah.
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 What she said or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm busy designing my genitals. Hold on.
Wow, there's a sentence you don't hear ever.
Except for in computer games.
I feel really bad for your childhood growing up.
Okay. I guess.
All right. So you know that Alcetta's Ring, entrance, Guardian's Way. You know, Guardian's Way was a abandoned military outpost. What's the plan?
We need to find the abandoned military outpost.
Yep.
Yes, we should get a map and or directions.
And reload on food and supplies?
Yeah, we
Sure.
popped out yeah, I mean it's still midday, so I don't know if we want to head out next day or find the information today, rest for the night, and then head out.
Because I'm pretty sure we still haven't gotten rid of all of our loot and junk and stuff.
Oh no, we did loot selling off camera, basically.
Oh, okay. That would explain the large amount of money I have.
Precisely. That would also explain why I have 0 monies, because I had just enough monies to buy what I wanted.
Tons of monies. I didn't shop though. I has all the monies.
Who has all the money?
All the monies.
So
I dropped my
who would we go and bother to get a map?
The map maker,
Cartographer?
Steve.
Steve, the cartographer.
Steve.
Would it be the archives then?
Yeah, archives probably wouldn't be a bad place.
Let's go talk to the nice people at the archives.
Steve
Yeah, Steve.
at the archives.
I thought his name was Plafuscu.
Sure, but we call him Steve for short.
Sure. Call him Steve for short.
Is it so much shorter than Plafuscu?
Right? I mean, with a name like that, you're just asking for it.
No, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are saying, gesundheit to him whenever he introduces himself.
So, Strangely Brown came up with a good, or provided a good rule of thumb. If it's mental or has the potential to, like, a trap or something, then roll in the tower. Like if it happens inside your brain.
Brain.
Okay. Luckily, I play a monk, so nothing happens inside my brain.
Right. Because that's what a monk is for.
Monk's no brain. Monk's hit.
I mean,
Don't make me go mall ninja on you.
You mean like
What's a
Michael
mall?
A ninja? A ninja?
A meninja.
I'm a ninja.
A minja. Which
No.
could
Don't
be
make me go dwarven ninja on you.
a dwinja.
Dwinja.
A ninja would be a pubic hair ninja.
Yes. Ninjas that hide.
Only if you're from the north.
Could be a tinja. Taint ninja.
No.
No. Those would be the very nicely dressed gentlemen down at the Pickled Ear with the open vest down to here, drinking sherry.
We'll call him Bear.
I don't know. Y'all said that, and all of a sudden, the music from the Blue Oyster started playing in my head. Da, 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 da.
All right, let's go to the archives and get a map.
All right, we go to the archives.
So where's Gesundheit?
Lafoscu?
Yeah, that guy.
Bless you.
Well, he's at his desk doing desk things.
Lafescu, we're seeking a map for the site from the Goblin Wars.
Guardian's Way?
Yeah, we're looking to find the site of the Guardian's Way.
Ooh, the Guardian's Way, you say? That's fascinating. Fascinating to me. Why do I care?
Would we find such a map, good sir?
Oh. Yeah. Everybody just ignores me until somebody needs a map. Then all of a sudden, hey, y'all are awesome.
Do you need a hug?
Is everything all right?
Maybe.
How's it going, buddy?
You should totally
Hug
give
him.
him a hug.
They tried to
Cookie gives
burn
the best
down the
hugs.
archives.
Yes, and we stopped them and we hunted them down.
You did. You did. You persons.
See, we appreciate the archives. See?
You did. Well, so much as you were in the building at the time. But you were here and you helped, so let's see. You said Guardian's Way.
Hug him.
What? You hug him?
Yes.
She gives the best hugs.
He needs a
That's
hug.
because she's a halfling?
Yes. And she's caring and kind-hearted.
And
But I won't
See?
hug his crotch. I'll hug his leg.
right. I would.
No yodeling in the valley.
A good alternative would be to hop up on his desk and hug him.
I'll stand on his chair.
But he's sitting on his chair.
Well, once he stands up.
Right. Well, he's standing up because he's gonna go see about finding your map.
Well, I can't stand on his desk because that would be rude. So I'll
Okay.
stand on his chair and hug him.
Sure.
When he comes back as thanks.
Thanks.
See? Told you.
And he's like this.
Just.
Awkward air hug. Awkward air hug.
It was an awkward air hug. I should go find your map.
Okay. You just let me know if you need another hug.
I will do that.
Yanmar is smiling just as much as I am.
Okay. Guardian's Way. Do you know any information about this?
It's an
It was
old...
an
Go ahead.
It was an old outpost from the Goblin Wars.
Goblin Blood Wars. I see.
Goblin Blood Wars.
It's long been abandoned.
Military site.
Military site. All right, let me go take a look. And he goes back into the stacks, and he comes back maybe... Yeah, he's in there for like ever. But eventually he comes out with a map. Actually, you hear him exclaim, "Aha!"
Man, we are giving eurekas all over the place.
Yeah.
Right?
And then he walks out with a map, and he says, "I think this is what you're looking for." And he rolls it out onto his desk on top of the papers, nearly spilling over a vial of ink that he had been using. So, here's Breach Hill, and here, about 6 miles northwest of town, in a wooded enclave. It says right here. Yeah. So, yeah, apparently these were pretty much abandoned after the Goblin Blood wars. And basically they were built in the trees so that the goblin dogs couldn't easily reach them. So this looks like 3 treetop observation posts, and probably some form of ground level building for when they don't want
hiding
to be
from
in
the
trees
goblins
all the time. Yeah. So yeah, I would look for a clearing, and then you'll see the 3 trees sitting out in the middle of it with the building, ground level building.
6 miles northwest.
About 6 miles northwest. Here.
Could we?
Who wants the map?
I'll take the map.
Okay. Well, good. Come back in an hour.
Shopping. We need climbing gear, grappling hook, some extra rope.
This is not a store.
I know, I'm just making a list.
Tie a rope to Glundon and I'd throw him up a tree.
Some extra soap to get sap out of our hair.
Oh,
some peanut butter.
That'll be 20 silver.
I pay the man.
Okay.
You know, Cookie, I also think he needs another hug.
No, he didn't ask for it.
No, I've got to work.
You sure? Come on. Hugs are nice.
Do you want this in an hour or tomorrow?
An hour.
I mean, today would be awesome.
Okay, so let me get busy on this. Y'all should come back in an hour.
We will do so.
All right.
Okay.
We're going to go do some...
And he sits down at his desk and takes out a blank sheet of paper and begins...
Cartographing.
Cartographing.
Wouldn't it be scribing since he's just transcribing one map onto a copy?
Well, because scribing usually deals with spoken word.
Right, but he's not actually like
word.
doing cartography.
Yeah, well, he is. Because...
It was 6 on this, so on this little version I'm making them, it's 1.
No, it's still... He's basically trying to make it smaller, but really, you know, cartographers are very... Like this, the map you get won't necessarily look like the same map. Because a lot of cartographers from oldie towny days had their own ways of doing things. So, and this fantasy world is basically the same, but it's not really necessary for you to know that. Just flavor.
Okay.
But he gets diligently to work so that he will be done in an hour.
Oh, let's get supplies.
An immovable rod, a bag of holding.
Good luck with that. I ain't that rich.
How you gonna buy that there, Cookie?
I got money.
Where are you gonna buy that?
No, that's the question. Climbing gear?
The Sandy Brothers?
I have some rope on me already.
Yes. But a climbing kit would probably be a good idea. Grappling hook?
Yep.
Everybody needs their own crowbar.
Why does everyone need their own crowbar?
Why wouldn't everybody need their own crowbar?
Right? Crowbar's
It's not a monk
incredibly
weapon, and I don't
handy.
get bonuses to wield it.
It's not a weapon. It's a tool.
Ah. Yeah, okay.
Speaking of tools, this game's...
You're a tool.
Maybe. I'm just saying because I went to go click on the page and it grabbed onto the top of the page and resized it. Like a monster.
It's always nice. So, can we get climbing gear and a grappling hook?
Climbing gear and a grappling hook. Sure. You're in a mountainous area, so that would make sense.
Do you think we need more than one?
There's more than one person to climb things?
Well, like at a time. I don't know. I figured we'd all go one at a time. But we can bring a couple just in case. Buy what, two? Two sets of climbing gear?
Kits?
Well, a climbing kit has 50 feet of rope, pulleys, a dozen pitons, a hammer, a grappling hook, and one set of crampons.
It's for one climber. Each climber needs their own kit.
Yep, but you get if you use it, you get to attempt a DC 5 flat check whenever you critically fail to prevent falling.
All I'm saying is that for different persons such as yourself, you're gonna need different climbing gears. It just makes sense.
Yes.
I buy
a climbing kit.
everybody a climbing kit.
Oh,
great. Glad to hear it. Can I interest you in anything else? Cold weather gear, perhaps? You know what elevation you're going to be at?
In the woods?
Yeah.
Are you
Not above tree line?
not above tree line?
No.
Okay.
No.
So
And
if
we
you're
have
going to be in
tents
the
and-
woods, you're certainly going to need flint and tinder.
Have
Have
it?
that.
All right. Then how about a... well, we have this latest thing. It is a spyglass. Lets you see over great distances. You sure?
It's a make things bigger device?
It sort of does.
How much?
1,000.
Copper?
No. The process to make the lenses is a very expensive, time-consuming process.
Maybe later.
All
We'll
the
put
way
it on
from
our
Frisia.
bucket list.
But yeah, we'll put it on our wish list.
It's all the way from Frisia.
We appreciate that.
Add it to our
Well,
wish list.
Perhaps you need some good, hardy traveling gear. Backpack?
Got it.
Perhaps a
Got
water
it.
skin?
Yep.
You can
Got
never
it.
have too many water skins. Water is
I
important.
got 3.
You gotta
Anyway.
You gotta keep moisturized. Look at this guy. He points to Ianmar. Look at that skin. He slaps his arm. That skin is just gonna dry up and shrivel off, and then you'll be skinless. Nobody wants to be skinless. You should get at least 2 more water skins, young man.
Well, thank you for informing me.
Oh,
I think we're
so you'll
good.
take it.
Thanks so much for your help.
Nah, I think I'm just gonna use the climbing kit. I think I'm fine for now.
You can't
Thank
drink
you,
a
sir.
climbing kit. Everybody will tell you that, right? Right?
This
We'll
is
let
true.
you know if we need anything else. Have a great day. And I kind of like try to usher everybody out the shop.
But
I
wait,
don't think he
have
goes to
magic
services.
rings.
What did he say?
He said, "But wait, I have magic rings."
What do you got? Magic rings? I like magic rings.
Yeah.
What sort of magic rings you got?
I'm gonna detect magic. Are they actual magic?
No. This ring. He holds up a silver ring. This ring will take this beautiful young lady right next to you and will make her your wife.
That is a cursed item. Keep it away from me.
Hey! I'll kick you in the butt and then thwack you on the forehead with my spoon and leave.
I didn't
See?
say it was good magic.
Cursed items. You're selling cursed items. I'm gonna leave the store after Cookie.
I just standing back, watch this whole exchange, and quietly shake my head.
Cookie's just giving you like the crusty eye.
I'm not
Arms are
saying
folded.
that there's a gnome out there of stout continence and boundless bravery that is perfect.
Mew Mew,
for
do you
Cookie.
hear something? It's like
No, it's more like an.
yeah, kind of like that. So you hear it too, huh?
I'll pat Glendon on the back.
All right.
I'm telling you,
So-
it's Hydus. Can't a short furry dwarf like a tall lady? Why do we have to like the short ladies? Nothing against
Hey.
you, Cookie. You're just not my type.
Hey, I mean, death by submission.
Technically, as a dwarf, you're medium. You're just a short medium.
Not a short
Technically,
medium.
I think technically as a halfling, Cookie's medium as well. She's just a short medium.
Nope.
I'm not a halfling.
No.
Oh,
As a gnome and as a halfling, in both cases, you are small.
really? I thought halflings were medium.
Nope. Dwarves are the smallest medium.
Trust me, Glendon, I don't want you either. But you didn't have to say it was cursed. And now you're dead to me.
Wow.
Don't worry, I've been there.
I take my climbing gear, the one that I bought him, take it back.
Cookie.
No refunsies.
Fine.
Then
Did
go
you
back,
subtract
pick
all
it
this
up.
money from your character sheet?
I did.
Okay.
I'll How much was it again? It was like
5 silver.
5
5
silver.
silver. I'll slide you 5 silver, Cookie. I can buy
I
it.
want your money, Mew Mew.
Oh,
You're
this is just
awesome.
appreciate. Aww.
I will give Cookie 5 silver.
So that was the quarters and bits. It's on the west side of town.
You can try, but you're dead to her. She's not taking your money. And she's keeping her climbing git.
And hoping you die.
So how long did that interaction take?
I mean, pretty much
Get-
just a little bit longer
pretty much what it was.
than that conversation took.
I figured. Well, yeah, and like walking there and back. I mean, it's not that far. It was just across the.
I mean, you're now on the
creek.
west side of town. There's a northwest exit to the town.
Well, we
we
gotta
still
go
have
back to
to-
get the map, though.
Oh, yeah.
So
Okay.
That's the main reason I was asking, was to see how long it took to walk there, have that convo, and then walk back.
Yeah, I mean, you walked maybe 3 blocks.
Yeah, not that much.
Not that much.
Did we need anything worse? Need anything else? Did we want to get like food rations?
I thought we already did that.
Okay.
Did you want to go say hi to your mom?
Yeah.
I don't have one of those.
I meant you say hi to Cookie's mom.
I will totally say hi to Cookie's mom.
No, you have a mom. You just don't know her.
Quite probable.
I thought dwarves are just made out of mud.
No, we just
Dead
spring
people
from holes in
can't
the
say
ground.
hi to other people's mothers.
Luckily, your mother does not know I am dead.
Oh, but she will.
I bet I get there first.
Then you're just some strange dude.
Oh no,
I
y'all
know
been
your
friends
mom.
for years.
Oh, we just got London.
No.
Not in this storyline, because we restarted.
Yeah, not
Oh,
this
damn it.
We've all been, yeah. Yeah.
I know your mom. She's awesome.
Yanmar knows your mom too.
Yeah.
Fine, you go try to get Mama on your side.
All right. We go to Cookie's house, and I come in whining. Mama, Cookie's picking on me again.
Somebody tried to sell him a ring and said that it would make me his wife, and he said it was a cursed object. He's dead to me, Mama.
I know. We know how she is. It'll be fine.
Thank you, Mama.
For the
Our
record, I
dad.
did not enter
Here,
the
have a
house.
Hot
I
Pocket.
stayed outside.
Would you like a
I'll
hot
come in.
pocket? Here, take 2. You need to eat more.
Okay.
I'll come in and say hello, Cookie's mother.
Oh. Hi, Yanmar.
How are you doing, miss?
I hate you all. I hope you all die. I take back my climbing gear.
Hey, I did not enter the house. I'm standing outside.
Fine.
I'm just saying hi.
I have
Just
no
a
interest.
friendly hi.
Your mother's cool and all, but I have no interest in harassing her the way that these two intend to.
I'm not harassing her. I'm saying hi.
Yeah.
And eating cookies.
She offers Yanmar a hot pocket.
Baked kind.
They're
Uh-huh,
fresh.
Thank you.
Boys.
2.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you all. You're both dead to me.
Oh, I think your mother's a wonderful lady.
My mother is a wonderful lady when she's not choosing sides against me.
Cookie. I'm not
Mother.
choosing sides against you. Have a hot pocket.
I don't want a hot pocket, Mother.
Eat your hot pocket.
I'm not hungry.
See, this is why people say that there are cursed rings with your name on it.
Just once, I want you to take my side. Just once. No. Glenn is the loved one. Yeah.
That's because I do the dishes.
I turned my hair plaid.
Okay. We talked about your hair color. That's
This
fantastic.
This conversation's getting ludicrous.
Yes.
We're not even moving that fast.
She makes her hair plaid as well,
Oh,
but they're in
I go
all
black.
they're in all the wrong colors, like orange and browns.
That looks really good on you. I'm going to take my hot pocket and go outside.
Here,
I make my hair jet black, and I just stare at her.
Bring this to Alfonso, and she hands you 2 hot pockets.
Thank you, will do. Mom sends lunch.
I do enjoy lunch.
Should make them all go without me. That'd learn them.
It would. We would be very sad.
You
I say
know, they're just.
realize that we wouldn't go anywhere without you because I can pick you up and take you with us, right?
Whoop.
You're not even there.
Well, I thought we were outside because Glendon just gave me Hot Pockets.
Well,
I'm still
Glendon's
inside.
outside. She's not outside. She's talking to her mom still.
Oh, fair enough.
Come on, Cookie. We're all friends here. We're all just playing with each other. Come
I'd
on.
like rather die. I could have just said I'm sorry and it would have been fine, but nah, he had to go run and tell my mom.
You were picking on me. Besides, I tried to say I was sorry.
You're
You said I
not
was
here. You're not here.
It's true.
dead. I'm
you're
not
outside.
there.
I'm sure
Huh.
he's
I'm
sorry. He's just a dwarf.
You know how dwarfs are. You know how Glendon is. He's particularly dwarfy.
They don't say sorry too well.
Fine.
I think they're physically incapable of saying it.
Not true. We're totally capable of saying it. We just haven't run across a case where it was appropriate yet.
Can I poison his food?
You can't poison his food.
Just a little?
No.
Too much salt?
Well, see, that's the problem though. Is you don't want to poison his food just a little because then he starts to develop a resistance to it. If you're gonna poison
Too much
someone,
pepper.
go whole hog.
Ooh, too much pepper. Can I put extra pepper?
You
Spicy
can
peppers.
put too much pepper in his poppycock.
It's poppycock.
Poppycock is poppycock.
Fine. Just once take my side, would you? Mother.
I will do that. Good job. Have a hot pocket.
Still don't want a hot pocket.
Take one for the road.
I'll take it for her. Miss.
Fine, I take the hot pocket.
You can't very well adventure on an empty stomach.
I snatch it out of her hand.
All right, EMR, roll me a perception check.
It happened in his brain. So it should be where.
In the tower.
He did it!
You see Cookie, Mrs. Cookie's mom, sneak a second wrapped hot pocket into Cookie's backpack.
Oh, that's
I walk
awesome.
outside and I throw the hot pocket at Glendon.
I will attempt to catch it.
Okay. With your monk-like reflexes, go ahead and roll me an attack roll. Just a straight up hand-to-hand attack roll.
Me or him?
Him. No, you clearly are going to hit him with it. But at the last second, he just kind of reaches up and grabs it. And eats it.
Viciously. And vigorously.
All
There's
right,
bits in the beard.
I thwack him on the head with my spoon again
wait,
and then
wait,
just keep
wait.
walking.
Before we get to that, roll me a wisdom check, Brenda.
Wisdom, huh? I don't
Wisdom.
like that one. I do not like that.
It's good. You expected this action. You have over-peppered the hot pocket. So, Glendon, you go to eat it, and it is basically just like eating a bunch of pepper. And it is unpalatable. So react how you'd like it.
Has your mom been hanging out with my uncle Stevicus? Because this tastes just like his cooking. I mean, it's almost as bad as his.
Hey, Mom, he just called your hot pocket bad.
No, I want to know if Stevicus has been coming by to see your mom.
Your food is bad.
Let me go get you your
Someone put
shovel,
too
you
much
there.
Someone put
Keep
too much
digging in.
pepper in it. The first one I had was great. This one, someone's put too much pepper in it.
Wine. Pork London.
I know. Everyone's picking on me. I have all of these spoon-shaped dents in my head.
The poor baby.
I know. Let's go get our map.
Okay. You go retrieve the map. He has it waiting
I will
for you.
say. Oh yeah, I would say as we're walking our way back there, I'll walk up next to Cookie and say, your mother does really love you, and I'll sneak out the hot pocket and give it to her, and then keep walking on.
No one asked for your opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Next time we're visiting your mom.
Okay. She's not as fun. Don't take that. No, not that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about, appropriate signs of genuflection and, dogs. Comments of exclamation.
I do not know what you just said. So, Matt.
Bow chicka wow.
Sure. Like Snoop Dogg's album Doggy Style?
There you go.
Are you smoking Enzo?
Oh, that stuff always had a little too much of the wrong stuff laced in it.
Perhaps sipping on gin and juice.
Great.
Nah, it's all purple drink for me.
Purple drink?
Purple drink.
Some cold drink.
Robitussin. If Robitussin is not a primary ingredient, you ain't trying hard enough.
Well, except for Clickums. Don't forget the Clickums.
I always figured that was more of a style choice.
See, I always figured somebody got something off of that.
What?
Anyway.
An advertising revenue?
For a Clickum?
Yeah.
Do you know what a Clickum is?
Not off the top of my head, no.
It's a joint dipped in formaldehyde, and then they let it dry, and then you smoke it.
Why?
Why?
To get you higher.
It gets you
Like
deader.
on Electric Avenue. Anyway.
Okay. Anyway.
Map. You have the map.
We have the map.
Should we take a short break?
We can take a short break and come back as you. It's an uneventful 6-hour walk, meander over to the area, and with that we will pick it up as you enter the Guardian's Way. So join us. We will be back in like what, guys? Like 10, 5,
Yep.
Yeah.
10, give or take.
7.5-ish. So till then, come back. back. As the party approaches the Guardian's Way.
Hilarity is about to ensue.
Possibly. The thick forest gives way to a meadow where 3 sturdy outposts have been built in the trees. A 4th building stands on the ground in the meadow's center. Behind it, a vine-covered rocky cliff rises up 50 feet to a barren bluff above.
You'll have to give me a minute.
Okay.
Lindsay's calling for assistance in the other room. I'll be back in a sec.
Okay.
Oh.
Sounds like the dogs are upset.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll wait.
Yeah.
Will we?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't feel like we really have a choice.
Yeah.
Sure we can. We can just run in headlong without him.
Yeah.
Actually, I want to test something real quick. Well, that's cheating.
What?
So, the Fog of War thing,
Yeah.
I just grabbed my token and drug it around the map randomly
Yeah, why would you do that?
because I wanted to see what would happen.
How about
And
you
what
ask
happened?
next time?
I mean, did it reveal the map for the rest of you or just me?
Just you.
Just you. Well,
I see lines like going up and around, so I don't know, like,
They were there.
yeah.
that's not
it was-
necessarily true. Is there any way to refog war things?
I mean, I didn't see any like creatures that were there, but
Well, the creatures aren't there because I haven't put them there yet.
I
Did
understand.
it cover back up when you moved back?
It did not. That's what I was testing.
Yeah. So he now knows the entire map.
No, I moved past that tree thing in the middle.
Oh. Apparently trees block line of sight.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they
Unless
do.
I open them.
Alright.
No, I didn't go hog wild and move it around. I was just curious. Like if it would re-black when you lost line of sight on something.
So are y'all approaching with stealth?
Yes.
I thought we decided we weren't really stealthy people.
You two aren't stealthy. Me and the tall guy.
We,
Me
as a
and the
group.
medium guy. As a group, no, we are not stealthy.
I say I'm trained in stealth. Thank you. I just
Oh my.
I just have no dex modifier.
Is there any reason to? Like, does it look shady? We weren't really warned of anything out here. We think it's abandoned, right? So I don't see why we would be stealthy, but
So here's the thing: we think it's abandoned, but we're also
Except
out
for
here
the ring.
because we found somebody's notes who seem to indicate that this might be where the Elven Gate is. So I think
Oh.
stealth might be a good idea.
that's true. Yeah, because they might still be out here. So
Do y'all
It is
remember
also an
the
abandoned
somebody
fortress
y'all
that
are
could have
here
crazy
to see?
cultists in heavily fortified positions.
what did you say, Chris? I didn't quite catch that.
Yep.
Okay.
I said y'all remember the name.
The Guardian's Way.
The name of the bookseller.
Boz.
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 Not box. Boz.
Right, vase.
I'll take I don't know for 900, Alex.
Not to vase, but vase. He's not a vase.
She.
She.
Did you just assume it's gender?
How dare I?
Okay, so
Mew Mew. Up the tree.
What? I'm not one of those elves. I'm a whole elf. That's why I have dark vision.
Oh, I see.
I
Yep.
gave you both back your climbing kits.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
He's not a tree elf, he's a tunnel elf.
Tunnel elf.
Specifically cavern elf, but yeah. I was actually a moon elf in the first game, and then we restarted it, but they don't have moon elves in this second edition, so.
Tree, tunnel, whatever, nature, all the same.
Yeah. Does Cookie want a hug after she gives me back my...
No.
Oh.
Ow. Cats suck.
cats love
And yet
you.
you insist on having them.
Dogs suck too.
Don't say such things.
Too late. I already said it.
My dog's kind of stupid. He might think you don't like him.
Yeah, whatever.
So anyway, I think we should approach with caution. Because, again, it's an abandoned fortress. And if one lady thinks there's something here, there could be some other crazy people out here, and they could be in the fortress in fortified positions.
There you go. Yeah, I would say with caution and to be we should approach with caution and perception. But I don't know if we'd necessarily be stealthy yet, unless we perceived something to be stealthy about.
Well, shouldn't we be stealthy until we see something, until we're sure there's nothing to be stealthy about?
I mean, Mew Mew would absolutely love it to do it that way, but the rest of the group, I'm not entirely sure.
I mean, once you've seen something, it's kind of too late.
Yeah.
Sneaking in the woods is like, my jam, man. I'm all for it.
All right, well, let's sneak.
I'm not going to do it well, but I'll give it a shot.
Sure.
Delving up to the woods.
Can you use it untrained?
Stealth, yeah.
I'm probably going to just done that.
That was a 1.
I got 2. I rolled 2. I got this many.
You got that many.
I got that.
Good job.
Thanks.
I mean,
There are ninjas, and
Y'all-
then there's the short people.
y'all should have all rolled in the tower for stealth.
Yeah. I mean, I did initially, but then I saw everyone
don't-
else.
You
Peer
don't know
pressure.
how stealthy you
Stealth?
actually are.
Stealth doesn't happen in the mind.
Right?
It also doesn't matter if we know what our roll is, because we're rolling against you and your secret number that we don't know what it is.
I guess.
I mean, if
Would
we're
you
all...
like us all to re-roll in the tower, Chris?
No, it's fine.
I mean, the
Would you
rule
like us to
had
roll?
been, unless you tell us to roll in the tower, we don't roll in the tower.
That has been the rule of thumb, yes.
Sure.
Shh! We're being quiet!
I'm being quiet. I'm not sure about you, Cookie.
Well, you all think that y'all are being super quiet. Because you don't know how stealthy you actually are.
Right.
I'm just giving it my best and living my best life.
Nope. Put yourself back.
I did.
Don't move yourself around unless you're actually going to be moving around. As we've discovered, it will affect the line of sight. So don't move yourself around.
Right, but aren't we going to start doing something?
Oh, I thought we would just hang out.
I imagine that the stealth rolls were for before we got to the squares we're in right now.
Yes.
Ah, okay.
Because you reach that point, and there is...
And somebody's taking an arrow to the knee.
Do y'all see that figure?
I see it.
Yes.
Orc Warrior 4.
Yep.
Not anymore. It's gone now.
I still see it.
I still see it.
It's just
I
not
see
red.
it. I see it in the combat tracker, but I do not see it on.
You tell him.
Apparently.
How about now?
I still see him.
I see
I
him now on the map. Yep.
Her. Oi!
Her.
What are y'all doing down there? Bugger off! You're trespassing!
You forgot to post signs.
I'm the sign. I'm telling you, you're trespassing. So get the fuck out of here.
Well, so the problem is, we have been sent to search for a missing person, and we were told that they might be here.
There ain't no missing persons here.
They wouldn't be to you because you know they're here.
Exactly.
They're missing to
So
us.
they're not missing if they're here and we know about them.
But they're missing to us because we don't know that if they're here. So
And
we
they
need
would-
to see that they're not here before we know that they're not
You
here.
don't need to see nothing. Just turn around. Turn your little booty around.
I turn in a circle.
I would like to attempt diplomacy
Okay.
to because I'm not like in person real good with words, so I'm gonna try and let the dice do the work for me.
I was also trying
What is-
diplomacy.
What is your intent?
I would like to, if at all possible, peacefully gain access to kind of look around under the guise of a missing person, but with real intent to kind of see if we can spot any clues or signs of that elf gate and the ring that we discovered notes on.
Can I help him?
I haven't rolled yet. I just I don't want to just start murdering people. They're
Right.
clearly
No, I get it.
intelligent.
I mean, that
I
was
believe
Cookie
claims-
trying to be diplomatic.
Like, if diplomacy fails, then cowabunga it is. But let us try diplomacy first.
Sure. Cookie roll, and based on your roll, if you make the diplomacy check,
Hey, I'm trained in diplomacy and I have a really high charisma.
I know you're gonna get your chance to roll. She's helping you. All right. So roll in the tower.
Munich, yeah.
Did I roll a 1?
I mean, rolling in the tower doesn't do us a whole lot of good if your response is,
Yep. Well, I mean, you would know your response in a second.
Right.
Because it's this is not your property. There is nobody here for you. Just turn around. Everybody here is supposed to be here. And those people are not you. So turn your
But you just said everyone here was supposed to be here. I'm here.
Right, I'm here. That means we're supposed to be here.
No. That kind of idiotic logic is just stupid.
What is everyone supposed to be here doing?
So wait, the idiotic logic is stupid, so it's not stupid? Is that like a double negative?
It is not like a double negative. It is like,
okay.
Do you want to get shot in your fucking face?
Wait, I have a question before we move on.
Yes.
Did we rest at any point?
No, not that y'all said.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
I'm pretty sure we said
all the
we
hit
were.
points came back.
I didn't get my spells back. And, well, actually, all my spells are gone out of Fantasy Grounds.
All your spells are gone out of Fantasy Grounds. They were there before. Or not.
We spent some time after we exited the Gloom Tunnel and got back to town. It wasn't like a long 8-hour rest, but it was.
So
Well,
I
and
wouldn't have gotten
And I
my
thought too,
spells.
because like it was midday, so we went to the bookstore and did all that. Then we went to the archives and did that, resupplied, went to Cookie's mom's house, all that stuff. I figured it probably would have taken us towards the end of the day, so I thought we would have headed off like early in the morning, which is what I thought we were talking about before this.
I mean, y'all didn't
that's fine.
say it, but I mean,
I'm pretty sure.
if you want me to do it, I'll just do it. I mean, I guess if y'all want to cheat, it's fine.
No, I legit thought that we came out of the tunnel early morning, did all this shit through the afternoon, and then like it would be nighttime when we were coming up on the fortress. Because it's a 6-hour walk.
I thought, Cookie's remembering of the bookseller thing happened when we took a long rest at we got out of the bar and we took a long rest at Alfonso's house. Because we went to Alfonso's house for some reason.
And you made fun of all of my plastic wrapped furniture.
Yes.
We'll say y'all long rested there. That actually makes sense.
Chris, you want to unclaim Cookie, see if I reclaim her if her spells come back?
No, because I only see focus spells.
Okay. They were there. And then I touched it and they went away.
Yeah, it's... Oh.
Thanks.
Yeah. That means you have to put yourself in standard mode or preparation mode and then prepare your spells. And once you've prepared your spells, then they'll show up in the combat mode.
But I don't prepare spells.
You prepare so many spells
I'm pretty
per
sure
day.
she gets focus spells like I do.
She doesn't get bonus spells. She has
Focus.
no, not. She has focus spells as well.
It's fine. It's just, I'll figure it out later.
Anyway. Yeah. So the half-orc chick is tired of y'all's crap and says if y'all don't turn around now that she's gonna shoot somebody, probably the elf, in his stupid fucking face.
How is she dressed? Is she dressed like she came from a town, or is this more like a wild tribe of orcs that kind of makes their own clothing from whatever they catch and kill?
No. This person is
Wearing cultist garb?
not wearing cultist garb.
Dang it.
is wearing studded leather armor and is carrying a short bow and has a long sword slung at her side.
So, I'm sorry, ma'am, but like, we were hired to do a job. Is there any way that you can just let us take a quick look around? Like, I don't feel this needs to end in violence.
Well, it doesn't need to end in violence as long as you get off my property. I know my rights.
Do we know, does she own this? I mean, it's supposed to be abandoned, right?
I said the last we knew it was abandoned. What are squatters' rights and rules in setting?
As far as you know, this is abandoned. You don't know necessarily. I mean, you don't know what you don't know, I guess. Has anybody laid claim to it? Well, you haven't checked with the claims office in town to see if anybody has staked a claim at the Guardian's Way.
Who's good at lying? Let's say we did check and that her name's not on the deed.
Not me.
Well,
Hold my beer.
let's see how this goes. Because I got it pretty good, but it didn't go well last time.
Don't worry, if you get shot, I'll cover you.
Now, Miss, you said this is your property, right? But last time I checked with the claims office, which wasn't that long ago, this was abandoned. This has not been owned by anyone.
Fire, this is my property and you're gonna go. By the way, I decided that she suddenly is gonna be very country.
You don't say.
I do say. Now you get off my property. You go now.
But this, last time I checked, and excuse my rudeness, ma'am, but last time I checked with the claims office
she's standing next to a large bell.
Oh.
I don't know if that's important to you.
It just looks like a tree. I mean, so I imagine the bell's under the tree.
Yeah. Not like Liberty Bell size. I mean, like
a dinner
like a
bell.
small alarm bell that she could reach over and dangle the thing inside and make noise.
Yes, that exactly.
I don't know what the technical term for the thing inside of a bell is, but
Clapper.
It is
Clapper.
a clapper.
I thought that was the thing you used to turn on appliances.
Clap on. All gone.
Gong, gong.
All right. Roll your something.
Deception?
Deception. That is exactly correct.
Roll that deception.
Wink.
Now I know you're lying to me.
Damn.
You just go on and just get.
All right, ma'am. Well,
You don't need
I'll
your knife-ear kind around here.
all right. Well, I hate to do this, but we'll have to bring back the proper authorities in.
You go. You go get your proper authorities.
Why, yes, ma'am. I think you call them the popo. We'll bring them back. All right.
Yeah. You go, and she's gonna shoot you.
Damn.
Her shooting first is the best thing that could happen because now it's self-defense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're far enough out of town. She rings the bell. Well, she's gonna shoot you first, and then she's gonna ring the bell.
Uh-oh.
It'll be a free action.
So you're gonna call the boys.
Yeah, well.
All right. Why won't it make that visible? Nope. And we'll figure it out. All right, I'll figure it out. So she's
You
just
got
gonna.
surprise round.
Huh?
You got surprise rounded.
Yep, just one shot. She's just gonna take a one action surprise. Which I've decided that surprise rounds, one action. Does that sound good to everybody?
Sounds
Sure.
good to me.
Very surprising.
That seems fair. I mean, I feel like if I'm going to pull out a sword and stab someone with it, the first stab would kind of end their surprise.
Correct.
These are 5 feet squares.
These might be. Let me see.
You could target.
The orc warrior
They
in the
are
tree
5 feet
appeared
squares.
from my map again.
Look at that.
He covered it back up.
Huh? What?
The fog of war covered the bad guy back up.
Oh, yeah, we'll get to that. Stop. Just do it.
I mean, I can still target it in the combat tracker, so it doesn't much matter, but...
All right. So
Oh.
everybody else roll initiative.
So hold on.
Yeah.
I guess I can. I'll make sure to state it every game, but next time too. I will always, if I'm going to be hit, use nimble dodge.
Nimble dodge would not have helped you on a 25.
Yeah. So wouldn't helped anyway, but just thought I'd mention.
And she rings the bell.
Hey, look, there's 1, 2, and 3. I figured there had to be 1, 2, and 3 if there was a 4.
When not
I only see
necessarily,
2 and
when
3.
when Roy
Oh.
sets up his games now, he starts randomizing numbers. There's a way to do that in Fantasy Grounds Unity. Which is fantastical. Fantastical.
Fantasticals. Fantasticals. Love it.
And 5.
See, the 5th one snuck up on us.
This one snuck up on us. See how they are. Redneck
right, Cookie.
orcs in the woods.
Looks like you are first.
I looked it up. Bards are spontaneous casters. So I don't need to prepare.
Well, I mean, that's great. I meant as far as Fantasy Grounds goes, you have to prepare.
No, I fixed it.
Huh?
I fixed it.
Oh, okay, good. Good.
Good.
What happened?
Googa.
You're laying on hands.
I clicked a thing that didn't do stuff before, but now it does in Unity.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Hey, Chris, you gonna make it Cookie's turn?
Oh, sorry.
Ooh, I
Oh,
am.
it zoomed
Sorry, I
out.
completely forgot. I thought I rolled this. I was focused on something else here.
Zoomed out when it became my turn.
It should focus on you.
But it zoomed out Like, made everything smaller.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna pull out my bow and shoot her.
Okay.
What kind of
I
bows
love
do
that
they
I
have,
can
by the
check
way?
the range on these things.
Y'all were both saying something at the same time.
Go ahead.
He said he's going to check the range on these things. What are you trying to say?
I was going to say, what did they use to fire? Was it a short bow, long bow,
Short
small
bows.
crossbow?
Short
bow?
bows and long swords.
Okay.
So I have her on my weapon. Do I still get 2 attacks?
You
1, 3.
get up to 3. Oh, well, no, because I think you have to reload. So I think that's going to take one of your actions.
Reload a longbow?
Get another arrow and put it in your longbow and pull it back.
There's no reload. They say 0 in the
Okay.
in the rules.
There you go. Then you don't need to reload. So yes, you can take up to 3 actions.
As long
Right,
as you're,
But I'm asking, pulling my weapon out was 1, correct?
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes, correct. Okay.
Glendon.
Glendon, what do you got for me?
How high is that platform?
The platform. You're gonna ask and all. Uh, 20 feet off the ground.
Yeah. Can't high jump that one.
I mean, there's ladders leading up to it.
You want someone to toss the dwarf now?
I have a new trick.
So the lower platform is 20 feet above the ground, and the upper platform is 10 feet above that.
Okay. There's move 1. I fixed this slow monk problem.
There's a slow monk problem.
Yeah, dwarf monks start life slow.
Hmm.
So you get to move 35?
Yeah. That's my base.
Nice.
But now I have this hole. I gotta climb a ladder, and there's a jerk at the top of it.
There is a jerk
Yeah.
at the top of it.
And I can't move through his space.
I
So
mean,
if I climb the
Glendon,
ladder, can I go around him at the top of the ladder? I think that's an athletics thing.
Sure, I'll give you an athletics or acrobatics check to either swing out to get up, or it'll happen to you. Anyway, swing out or to acrobatic yourself up.
Okay, well then I'm going to climb up there and attempt to acrobatic myself to that position.
All right, roll an acrobatics check.
this will be awesome.
This is a tower job or a plate job?
You can just roll it.
So it's better if you actually hit the field, Matt. There you go.
All right, you fall.
That's a 1.
But as a monk, I think you can nullify part of your falling damage. Is that right?
I only fell 20 feet.
Yep.
Yes, I have cat fall, so 10 feet shorter. Wait, am I an expert in that yet? No. Yeah, that fall is only 10 feet. I always land on my... No, that's later.
All right, so
I fell 10 feet.
A 10-foot drop. I don't think you take damage for the first 10 feet of a drop. So you run over, you climb the ladder, you go to swing. He kind of puts himself in your way, and you don't quite make it. So he kind of bumps you off. You flip in midair, but still land on your feet like a monk. And you're done your movement, but you're on the ground, unfortunately.
I gathered that. I'm gonna raise my shield and turtle up.
Turtle.
Turtle.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Teenage Dwarven Ninja Turtles.
Alfonso. Teenage Dwarven Ninja Turtle.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
You are right.
Side note, did you guys know that it was Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles in England?
I did not.
Because they didn't want to use.
Did you know that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were created as a marketing gag for action figures?
Not surprised either. But I did not know that.
I like the original designs where they had tails.
I move up a little closer. I fire a couple of arrows. One of them hits. The other one does not.
All right. I'm not. Oh wait, I'm not there. I'm down there.
Oh no! Move yourself one to the side.
Oh, up here?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where you are.
All right.
All right. Half Orc Warrior 1. Who is... Oh, the one at the back. Well, he's going to shoot at you.
Of course he's going to shoot at me.
Yes, he's going to shoot at you. He shot at you. He missed. And then he's going to shoot you again. And critically miss. And one more. And miss. Alright, Half Orc 2, which is the one right above you.
Yeah.
Is going to shoot down at you.
I figured.
Hey, you back off. He's obviously not the smartest guy, but man, can he hit.
Well, I was busy blocking the other guy.
It's true. Oh. Sorry, it missed. That was for your first hit. We'll just say he missed his second attack, and then his third attack is... that, which is even more...
Can I use a halberd on a ladder?
Huh?
Can I use a halberd on a ladder?
No, you have to use one hand to keep yourself on the ladder. It's a rope ladder. If it were a standard ladder, I would say yes.
Okay, then how does a returning weapon work?
That's a good question. I would look that up while I'm attacking you. All right, Half Orc Warrior 3 is going to shoot at Alfonso. And hit. And attack again. That was so close to being a nat 20.
We're gonna get taken out by redneck orcs and trees.
And then the lady, she still doesn't like you. She doesn't like the cut of your jib. You're missed. Apparently nobody gives any credence to the little gnome, which is just the
'Cause I'm
way the
cute.
gnome wants it.
I'm cute. Why would they attack me?
That's a good question. And then
Oh,
half orc
you
number
wouldn't want-
5.
So this is interesting. I'm actually seeing the fog of war change for that Orc 5 based on his perception as he moves.
Yes.
Yes.
So I don't know if I'm supposed to see that, but since he's on, the opposite team.
Whoever is the highlighted character, you will see the fog of war based off of them, I think. But it won't reveal monsters, I'm hoping. Anyway, this dude is going to actually attack Alfonso with his last attack with a longsword. And all he did was commit suicide.
Meow meow.
Pretty much, because I was going to pull out my longbow and just take pot shots. But this seems like a fun opportunity. Especially since I now get sneak attack. And target. I do kind of like the new arrows and all that too in Unity.
The new arrows?
But like it's different. So like it shows different coloring and I don't know. It seems more substantive.
Sure.
They're prettier. And I like pretty.
So a returning weapon after a thrown strike is made returns to your hand. If your hands are full, it falls to the ground in your space.
Okay.
So, and because I'm flanking position, he's in flat-footed, which I believe gives a +2 circumstantial. Added that. And then because I also am flanking, I also get to add sneak attack. So I'll add that and then that. And then one more, and then that's it.
Wait a minute. How did you get to a flanking position without taking an attack of opportunity?
I don't know.
Never stated that he got an attack of opportunity.
Oh. Well,
He could have just run next to the tree and come in from the backside.
yeah, but that would take more movement. Does he have that much movement?
It's only 5 spaces.
That's like almost an entire another action. Or you mean 5 feet?
Yeah, he could have done it.
He could have done it? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
First up a diagonal, then run straight across and step forward.
Was his base 30 or 25?
30.
I mean, he's medium, so I assume 30.
The nice thing about attacks of opportunity is they use your one reaction for the round, so once it happens once, you can't.
Oh.
What?
Everybody who's been hit so far is supposed to have taken an extra D8.
I find the fact that it removes my map every time really annoying.
Yeah, when it changes to you, it puts the center of the map on you.
Yeah.
Which is
Yeah, but it also zooms me out, which means to be able to see everything, I have to readjust every round. Anyway, I'm gonna try shooting. Warrior 2 because it's already injured. Did that not work? It did not.
Okay, that's a miss. It's also a miss. That is also a miss. Glendon.
Great, try it again.
Dwarven climbing turtles. Teenage dwarven climbing turtles.
Gonna try it again. See if I can actually figure out how to do the jump at the top.
Okay. You've analyzed your previous failure and have determined that what you actually needed to do was get on top of the platform.
I know, it's amazing.
So having gotten on top of the platform, you succeed. So that's one action, I think.
Yep.
Or is that two actions? No, it's one action.
No, it's one.
Okay.
It's the move to get up here, and then I can, pull up my size and raise my shield.
Okay.
We're gonna go Raph on this guy. Next round.
Alfonso?
I mean, there's an orc right here.
It's there. Why not? Why not?
He made a mistake.
He did make a tactical error.
Of course, I need to be able to roll.
He looks very disappointed right now. He expected to already be dead. After the bear thing.
But I only get 2 attacks because I have to swap from my longbow to my halberd, so.
I see. Okay.
It would be nice if I could, roll higher than a 10.
Wouldn't it just?
Alright, so half orc 1 is now on. And just gonna stop targeting Glendon. Is gonna target Alfonso.
Just real quick, is he on the ground or in that tree?
He's on the ground.
Okay.
Miss. He gets one more attack. And misses. 2. All right. He's going to spend an action to switch from his short bow to his longsword. And that's a hit.
On me?
On you. It
Oh,
should
yeah,
be.
that'll do it.
26? Does that not hit you?
No, that totally hits me. It's only 23.
Okay. And as you are their hunted prey, take an additional 2 points of damage.
Oof.
And then take a second attack. And that's a miss. And so we're at half orc 3. And that person is going to miss. Oh, I keep getting so close to 20s, man. Finally gets to 19 when it doesn't work. Alright, so half orc warrior 4. Is going to... Oh, still gonna attack Yanmar, of course.
Yay!
There's a 19 where it can work.
I will. Oh, that's 27. Never mind. Never mind.
First attack.
I thought that was
Yeah.
21, and then I looked, and it's 27.
It's 27, yeah.
Never mind.
Since you are her targeted foe, you are going to take an additional 1 on top of the 3. And then second attack. Oh no! What about a 22? Well, it only works on the first attack, right?
No, I can trigger it for any one attack. It's like a reaction.
Okay.
So
can you get out of it with a 22?
If I were to use it, it would put me at 22, so it would still technically hit.
Okay. So you're gonna take that. Take another 2. And then the last attack. Wow. She did not like you this round.
I mean, I did try killing her friend.
You did.
That was a little rude of you.
But she shot first.
Just like Han.
Just like Han.
Yes, Han shot first. Anyone who's watching.
Technically, Han's the only one who shot, because in the original version, Greedo never did.
It's true. He shot, and then Greedo fell face first onto a table.
But in Han's defense, Greedo's an asshole.
He was asking for it.
Yanmar.
Man, why do you get all the crappy hits? You lucky Alfonso, you.
Get good, scrub.
Alright.
All better than I did on your attacks, please.
I will try. 2. Doink. And... Doink. Oh, well, didn't need that, but... There you go.
All right, so
So,
five, also known as Trink, is dead. You killed Trink. It's like
Bye-bye,
killing
Trink.
Fritz. Fritz! You killed Fritz!
So half Warrior 1, is he in the tree or is he under the tree?
He's under the tree.
Under the tree.
Okay.
He's on the ground.
He's on the ground.
Okay. Got it. No, actually, I would probably do better. And that platform is 20 feet up, right?
The
Yes.
first platform is 20 feet up. The second platform is an additional 10 beyond that.
Got it.
So, half orc number 4, the chick who is shooting at you, she is 30 feet up.
Got it. So this, I'm trying to figure out how do I want to mark it. Circle. That tree right there. Could I climb that tree to get up behind these people? So I would go underneath the platform and then climb up behind them. Because that guy's kind of guarding the ladder.
You could try. I mean, it'll be... I mean, that person currently has a short bow in hand.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just getting past them, which requires an acrobatics check. But it's going to take an acrobatics check to climb the tree anyway.
Yep. So, well, and this is another thing too. How do I delete this? Do I delete circles again? I'm sorry. I feel like I'm being dumb right now.
Wait, is it athletics or acrobatics to climb?
Yeah, you got it.
I got it. Yeah, so I'll just do that.
Climb.
Another thing I do have too, just to mention too, is tumble behind. So what that is you tumble under and behind your foe to catch them off guard. When you successfully tumble through, the foe whose space you pass through is flat-footed against the next attack. So I get another sneak attack.
You can absolutely do that.
So I didn't know if you wanted to do that as one or two separate acrobatics checks. Like,
no, that would be your acrobatics check to get through them.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, let's do that. I'll do that, and then acrobatics. Yoink. And thank God for this. I've been. Damn it. I've been training my whole life. I'm an expert at this. I got plus 11. So I'm probably not gonna.
Apparently, you're gonna let it slip.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I fall down.
You fall
It's
down.
harder
Go
than it
boom.
looks.
I blame
fall down,
Mars
go
on
boom,
the
boom.
rockets.
I fall down, go boom boom.
That's
All right,
poopy.
well,
You just
yeah.
go boom.
Oh, I just go not boom boom.
He
Just
might have gone boom boom on his way down.
He might have gone boom and then boom boom.
Yes. You take a d6 damage.
Cool. All right. You wanna? Okay.
Yeah. Take 2.
Wound.
All right.
Oh.
Cookie.
It's the Justice Team with our very dead guest stars, those guys.
Dun 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 dun.
It's the Justice Team.
It's time to play the music. It's time to kill them right. It's time to meet us on the battlefield tonight.
Dun dun. Okay.
Everybody's inspired! Yay!
Wait, I'm inspired?
No.
Oh.
No.
All the good guys.
Could they consider themselves to be the good guys?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just I didn't mean to
Inspired
do that.
them.
Are we the bad guys?
Yeah, I didn't mean to.
You cast Inspire at half orc 2! Yay!
Now you're targeting.
An accident!
Half Arc 2 is just going nuts.
Do I need to cast it at the proper people, or am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay.
That's +1 to attack and damage, yeah.
Attack. Rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear.
Just make sure to add it to your modifiers when you're making the appropriate rolls.
Yeah.
And then, because why not? I missed. And I missed some more. That's me.
Oh, that's you. Okay. Look, I can target that one. I can give it a flurry of side jabs.
A flurry of what?
A flurry of blows using a sai. That's how I'm built. There's that one. Have some little pokies.
If it gets
Okay.
+1.
Oh, it did get +1. I'm bad.
Okay. So.
There's number 2.
Wait.
Yeah, don't forget your +1s to all these.
I'm
Okay.
adding them back in.
Go ahead. That's 2. Go ahead and add your 1 to damage.
I did.
Alright.
There's 2. It can take a DC 16 save versus stun.
Fortitude.
Fortitude.
DC what?
16.
Oh, not good enough. So, what is that?
Stun 1.
Stun 1.
And then I can go ahead and say, I don't like you having this pokey stick thing, and throw an athletics check at him for a disarm. Because I can do that. That's a 20.
What is that against?
Their reflex DC.
Their reflex DC.
So this person has to make a DC 20 reflex save?
No, 10 plus level plus reflex. Or whatever it is.
Well, so it says reflex DC, and so class DC is what? 10 plus appropriate modifier plus proficiency bonus. So I assume the reflex is that?
I'm assuming a 27 will make it, though.
Well, but you don't roll, though. It's
don't
the
roll.
DC.
Oh, so it's 10... No, it's against his reflex, so it's going to be 19. So you beat his 19 with a 20, so he is disarmed.
No. It's a success.
And he's gone.
And he's gone. And yeah, upon a success, the opponent... Well, here. You weaken your opponent's grasp on the item until the start of the creature's turn. Attempts to disarm the opponent gain +2 circumstance bonus, and target takes a -2 circumstance penalty to attacks with the item. So basically, he just gave him a -2 to his attacks until
Okay.
next turn.
Fair enough.
A critical success would be he strips the weapon.
Got it. All right, so...
So we've lost Matt, and it's after 9. Did we want to
Sure.
put a pin in it?
We will put a pin in it. As the party faces off against a most desperate battle, against incredible odds.
Ian Mars taking a nap.
It's a good plan. So next Tuesday, the Grognards are
Maybe.
now 5th level, finally, and Reginald P. Smilesworthy III is now in possession of an artifact, as the gods intended. Hold hopefully he can keep it entertained. I'm working on some things, but that's next Tuesday. Thursday is Thanksgiving, and there will be no game on Thanksgiving, as far as I am aware. But tune in or go to our Discord down below and join us for chats and stuff and weirdness and really bad memes that I love to post. And then the following Tuesday, as long as everybody is okay with that, we will be back again. That is going to be the 8th of December. December 8th.
Gah.
2020.
Remember. The 8th of December.
The date after the date that could have lived in infamy if it were, 59 years ago.
That was a
December
bit of a
7th,
reach.
1941, the date that'll live in infamy. Never mind.
That was a bit of a reach. I'm not going to allow it.
I'm the DM, so. Anyway, December 8th is when we'll be back. Check us out on Thursdays, except for this Thursday for Dead and Thay with the Edgelords. And so, yeah, till next time, nerd out.